Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I had to think about that one for a second. To our healthcare heroes and to our community here in Fort Myers and beyond. I'm Nicole Traum and I'm here for Lee Health. And this is our Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. And I'm excited that this morning when I woke up, I went out for my run and it was 61 degrees and breezy, which is amazing because this time last week it was really, really, really hot. So it's really nice to kind of feel that in the morning. I've been trying to, think about those things when I realize, these things that I'm grateful for, being a little bit more conscious of them and aware of them. So it's just a nice practice to have. So I'm going to say I'm really grateful for the fact that this morning when I woke up, it was beautiful out. And hopefully you will all get outside at some point today, because just getting out into that fresh air is really, really awesome and great for our immune system, great for our mental health, all those things. So today I wanted to share a little story. I'm homeschooling my 6-year-old daughter. She's in kindergarten, and every day is an adventure. I'm sure some of you can relate. And yesterday we had, she has like a Zoom call, which is hysterical to see these 6-year-olds all, telling each other, oh, you need to mute yourself and things like that. And after the Zoom call, we had some videos to watch and then schoolwork to do. So yesterday's lesson was on the life cycle of a butterfly. And the life cycle of the butterfly, which we're all kind of pretty familiar with, right? There's the caterpillar, there's the chrysalis, there's the butterfly, and even before that, there's the egg. We talked about that too. But we had 3 different videos to watch, and 2 of them went into great detail of when the butterfly came out of the chrysalis. Well, the whole thing really, but it talked a lot about that part after. And I wanted to share that with you because it was kind of resonating with me yesterday, and when I was teaching classes, I shared this in my classes as well. And we would watch these stop motion videos of the caterpillar kind of turning with it and getting tight, closing up the outer shell, the chrysalis shell coming around it. And then it would slowly start to become clear, and you could actually see the butterfly through that outer shell. And then eventually it would start to break open. And both of the videos noted that when the butterfly came out, that it took its time. And you could see over the time lapse that it did. It wasn't just like, okay, I'm coming out, ready to go. It was very slow. It was a slow process. It hangs upside down and it slowly starts to stretch out one wing, and then it slowly starts to stretch out the other wing. And then that's not it. It doesn't just say, okay, I stretched out and now I'm going to go. It waits until everything is completely dry. Because if you've seen a butterfly, we've all seen a butterfly, right? You know that they're beautiful, right? There's all these little scales on them. I learned that yesterday, that there's scales on the butterfly wings. But they're also they're very delicate and need to be protective of themselves, right? So they let themselves totally stretch out, totally dry, and then they go about their business of doing whatever it is that they need to do, right? To go pollinate things. And so I was just thinking about how beautiful that is, right? And how we have all this time right now, but are we actually giving ourselves time? I don't know about that. I know for me, I feel like there's a lot of things that I feel like I need to get done and rush into, and I'm not giving myself that grace period to stretch out and dry and to really just be, even if it's just 5 minutes every day. I'm really trying, but it doesn't always happen, and that's something to remind ourselves of, because this practice of being more mindful has so much to do with letting yourself stretch out, giving yourself that time to be ready. And so I wanted to share that with you because I think it's a really great thought to start our day with and to just kind of think about throughout the day. So sitting up tall, as you think about that process, you can close your eyes and just start to connect with your breath. And if you can place your feet down on the floor. Good morning. I'm seeing your comments coming in. Good morning. As you're pressing down through your feet, just sit up nice and tall and lengthen. Give yourself a couple breaths here. Imagine yourself like that butterfly. Right? Maybe we've kind of been in a little bit of a cocoon for the last few days, the last few weeks. And let yourself slowly unwind, slowly unravel a little bit. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Press down through your feet if your feet are on the floor here. Lengthen up through your spine and just start to feel things start to stretch out a little. Even if it's just that slightest bit through your low back, through the backs of the shoulders, maybe even through the back of your neck as you lengthen up. Letting yourself breathe here, letting yourself be a little bit more present. And take 3 more deep breaths here, filling up with breath as you inhale. So filling up the inner body. And then emptying out as you exhale. Inhale, filling up. Exhaling as you empty out. Last one. Good. And then as you come in, just start to roll your shoulders on your back. So if you watched yesterday, our theme for this week is about softening our edges. And what better way do we soften those edges by letting ourselves really stretch out, letting ourselves really come into the presence of our body. So moving your shoulders round and round. And then sitting up nice and tall, let's just start to move our head. So turning your head to the right and turning your head to the left. And one thing that I always stress in my classes is that, sometimes we have to really move our bodies in order to relax everything else. So bringing this movement in just allows us that space to soften, to release a little bit more. And coming side to side, just you'll feel a little bit of stretch. Maybe you'll hear a little crackle or pop. Just breathing here. And then we'll just bring the right ear to the right shoulder and the left ear to the left shoulder and feel the sides of your neck stretching. Feel them lengthening. All right. And then sitting up nice and tall, you can press down through your feet and just start to reach your arms up. Bring your thumbs up, point the thumbs up as you sit up tall. Just stretch out in all directions. Good morning. Just reaching up, breathing into your upper chest, into your upper back. Good, take another deep breath here. And then as you exhale, you can lower your arms down. And we're gonna sit and lean forward. So as you sit up tall, inhale nice and tall. Exhale and hinge forward. Feel your low back stretch. Inhale and exhale. One of the biggest complaints I hear from people right now is my low back hurts, right? We're holding a lot there. Energetically, our root chakra, which is like what connects us to feeling comfortable in our space, is really disrupted, right? We might be spending more time at home, but it doesn't mean that we always feel at home. Sitting up tall and then leaning forward. So we have to bring in a little bit more tenderness to these areas, a little bit more awareness and breath. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do 2 more just like that. Just feeling your low back gently stretching, not pressing too far. Thinking about that butterfly, letting yourself unravel a little bit, unwind a little. And then take your right arm up and just start to stretch it out and to the right. We're going to take a big breath in here. Now as you exhale, reach across and forward. So you'll inhale as you lift up. You can look up to the right and then exhale, reach across and to the left. Good morning. Inhale and exhale, feeling that stretch across your shoulder, across the side body. 3 more. Big stretch here, big opening. And then this next time as you bring your arm across, you're gonna keep it there and just start to reach and reach. Little bit of pulsing here, feeling that stretch all the way up through the side of the body, up through the back of the shoulder. Good, and then one more big stretch here. This time you can look up, lean back, and then release that arm down. Good, take your left arm up now. Stretch it up and back. Take a couple breaths here, leaning back, looking towards your hand. And then with your next exhale, you can reach it forward and across to the right. So big stretch up, and then big reach forward Just feeling that stretching as it happens. Inhale and exhale. Reaching up and reaching forward. Let's do 2 more like that, just big stretches here. Waking up your back body, feeling yourself unravel a little, and then this time as you come forward, just stay there. Just start to reach and reach, reach and reach. Good. And come all the way back up, leaning back, shoulders back, head back. Awesome, good. Come on out. And then hug your right knee in. So this is a hard one to do. Sometimes when you come up like this, we start to kind of make that collapse in our low back. So think about sitting up nice and tall, breathing deep. So you can stay like this, or I know some of you could maybe stretch that foot out, holding onto the back of your leg as you lengthen. And then we'll come all the way out and we'll switch sides. So adjust yourself here. Make sure you're sitting up tall to start, hugging your left knee in, keeping that length in your spine, and then either stay here or bring your hands behind your leg as you start to straighten your legs, still sitting tall. Take another deep breath. You've got this. That's it. And then come all the way out. We're going to come in now and just do a couple of circles here, just grounding our energy down. So moving in that big circular motion, it helps to sit a little forward in your chair so that you can actually lean back and over. Notice how your body feels after a little bit of movement. And then bring your attention now back to your breath. So just notice your inhale. Notice your exhale. Good. And then change your direction. Just give yourself a little bit more awareness in your mind. Perfect job. That's it. 2 more times around. And then as you come back up, you can sit nice and tall. Now, if you want to sit back in your chair, you can. You can sit with your feet on the floor. You can sit on the floor. You can sit in your chair like I am, or not. And just get comfortable now. So sitting up tall, lengthening and breathing. Just giving yourself a chance to connect. Think of this as that time where the butterfly has stretched out its wings and now it's just letting them dry. It's letting everything start to cure. And as you start to just slow things down, notice all the sensations that come up in your body, in your breath. Notice the thoughts that come up. And it's okay if you think about what you need to go pick up at Publix or what your schedule's like later, right? Just notice those thoughts. And then allow yourself to just keep going a little bit deeper. Imagine each of these thoughts like clouds, they just go by. And feel your edges start to soften now. Softening from the top of your head down through your ears, your eyes and your nose, the back of your head, your mouth, all the way down the sides of the neck to the shoulders, chest, the upper back. Just softening down through your arms now, through your torso. Even relaxing down into your hips and your waistline. And then start to slowly soften all the way down through your legs. Come back to your breath now, just noticing that inhale and the exhale. Noticing what it feels like to be you, to be in your body. We're all emerging from that weird cocoon of quarantine. We're still in it. So just allow yourself to soften into it. Instead of fighting it, let it slowly unfold for you. There's no rush. Just give yourself a couple more deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling your inner body filling up as you inhale. and allowing your outer body to soften with your exhale. Noticing what it feels like to just be present. I'm going to take 3 more long breaths here. Savor them. Let them meet you where you are. And then after your 3rd breath, you can just slowly bring a little bit of movement to your fingers, to your toes. Maybe stretch your arms out in front of you, move your head and your arms. And just come back to whatever your comfortable seat is here as you bring your hands back in front of your heart. You can bow to yourself. I bow to you today. Bow for your courageousness, for your openness, for your willingness to start your day like this. So as we close today, I bow to you. Namaste. And I'm Nicole Traum, and thanks so much for watching our Lee Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment, and we'll be back tomorrow at 6:40. So share this with your friends. Bye, guys.